Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm playing again in the Dina Wakley Media Journal, and after I've worked a little more with the watercolor paper in this journal, and I also tried watercolor in it, which made me not so happy because when you add watercolor to the paper, the watercolor sits there where it is and you don't have any possibilities to move it around. But the paper is really awesome, so I decided to maybe try Watercolor Ground on the pages and see if this works better. And yes, that works great. I'm using the Schmincke Watercolor Ground. I know that there are different brands out there. I believe any watercolor ground will work. I've added 3 layers of the primer because the instructions on the bottle told me to do this. And here I'm embossing the rubber dance grungy circles with white powder. After I've heat set the powder, I'm going in with my watercolors. I'm working with the Rosa Gallery Watercolors today. It's a company from the Ukraine, and I accidentally found the watercolors on Amazon and wanted to try them out because they were about 30 euros, and that's a great price for a watercolor palette in a metal tin, and I'm so happy with them. They are wonderful. I'm adding a little bit water to my page with a spray bottle, and when I apply the paint you immediately see that the grungy circles pop out because the embossing acts as a resist against the watercolor. I'm also taking out my other watercolors. In this set I have different brands. A lot of them are the Schmincke watercolors, but there are also some Sennelier and some Mijello Mission Gold inside. To get a more grungy look, I'm using the Faber-Castell Magnus watercolor pencil and add some scribbly lines to the page. You often see me use this watercolor pencil. It's one of my favorites because it dissolves immediately when you put water to it or when you paint in some wet areas. I also go in with the Stabilo Woodys to create even more scribbly lines in different colors. After my background is dry, I'm adding in my main image. Therefore, I have embossed the Rubber Dance Grungy Butterfly number 4 with gold embossing powder, and I've colored it in with watercolors, and I sprinkled some salt into the wet colors to create that texture. Before I adhere it to the page, I'm going in with a little bit of that purple color that I've added to the butterfly and add this to my background to make it look more cohesive. I'm also using some of the Schmincke gold paint to add some gold accents to the background. To create a little bit more interest and depth on the page, I'm adding some stamping with the Rubber Dance Old Book page stamp. I felt that I need something for the butterfly to sit on, and I cut these branches. I believe it's a die from Dynamite, and I think it's not available anymore, but you can use any branch die you have in your stash. And I just add a little bit of the watercolors I've used on the butterfly to these branches. I've cut them from watercolor cardstock. To finish up the page, I am creating a sentiment with the Rubber Dance Mix a Sentiment stamp set. I've stamped the sets to black cardstock with white embossing powder, and now I'm cutting out the words I want to use on this page. You will always find a blog post on my blog for every video I'm sharing here, where you can have a look at the finished piece. And you will find the link to my blog in the description box. Here is the finished page. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope we see us next time. Bye!